First Class Productions.
The year is wrapping up and with it Season 5 of GFrom Reviews. I cannot believe how much content I produced this time. Earlier seasons were already a lot of work, but Season 5 absolutely dwarfs them. The first 4 seasons together make up a little over 28 hours of video. Season 5 alone added more than 14 hours on top of that. One single season making up a full third of the entire channel's runtime. That is completely insane when you consider that I do all of this in my free time. I have a day job and every script, every recording session, every edit happens after work or on the weekend. And despite portraying myself as a gamer who never leaves this room, I actually have a pretty busy social life that I don't want to neglect. With all of that in mind, I'm genuinely not sure if I can keep up this pace forever, especially with how slowly the channel has been growing lately. But here we are, easily the biggest season I've ever made. Countless late night editing sessions and not nearly enough sleep. This season also marks a bit of a turning point. As usual, my friend Allison helped out early in the year. She worked on the Hide Hidden song and went through my scripts. But during the Crash Bandicoot 2 video, she decided to take a break. Which means for now, I'm flying solo on this channel. I want to take a moment to thank Allison for helping me shape 59 videos over 4.5 years. Adding jokes, trimming awkward sentences, and keeping me from accidentally saying something dumb on camera. That alone deserves an award. And while we're at it, I want to thank my friends P-Rex, T-Dog and Goku for appearing in some of my videos this year. Also, I've never mentioned her before, but I want to thank my girlfriend for always encouraging me to keep going, even though she doesn't play video games herself. Another big change this year was starting both Patreon and YouTube memberships. It's still a very small community, but I'm beyond grateful for everyone who contributes to keep this channel going. It means a lot to know there are people who care enough to support what I do. Special shout out goes out to my VIP patrons who pretty much have been around for the ride since the start. Steebs227, Pacapoko and Sir Fortune. Thank you for being awesome. Outside of the Tomb Raider 4, 5 and 6 remaster, this season covered a total of 15 games, 3 of which I already reviewed on the first run of my show between 2009 and 2011. So I reviewed 2 Alien games, 2 Castlevania games, 2 Crash Bandicoot games, 2 Wii Sports games, 3 Tomb Raider games and 4 Sonic the Hedgehog games from 1995.
So here's the usual note. This list is purely based on my personal enjoyment. Opinions might shift over time, but this is where I stand for now. So join me as I count down my top 15 games of Season 5. Number 15.
I played a lot of games I didn't really like this year, and Vampire Killer is by far the one I enjoyed the least. It's basically Castlevania, but someone replaced the fun with paperwork. It looks similar, sounds similar, yet somehow feels 10 times more awkward. The maze-like level design is confusing, the backtracking never stops, and the fact that you only get 3 lives with no continues is just plain cruel. I have no desire to touch this one again, and it's no wonder it remains such an obscurity. These weird arched doorways teleport you to another spot on the map. How? You press up while crouching. That's right, up while crouching.
I'm not even mad. I'm impressed. This feels like an elite tier maneuver. A hidden trick passed down by generations of MSX2 monks.
Just look at this map. Okay, explain this to me. This room is apparently under another room that's also above it if you use the stairs.
My brain hurts.
Number 14.
Sonic's two-tailed sidekick tried to go solo on the Game Gear in '95 and, well, it didn't go so great. Tail Sky Patrol could have been a creative little spin-off, but instead it's 20 minutes of pure airborne misery. Touch a wall, touch the floor, touch anything that's not an enemy and you instantly die. The awful music and the floaty controls make every level feel like an obstacle course designed by your worst enemy. If it didn't have a Sonic character in it, nobody on Earth would remember it exists. Next is Bear Anger, Bear Ranger, Bear Anger, Bear Ranger? Cariotta comes third and brings the most what am I even playing moment of the bunch. She's a wide-eyed rabbit who zips around in a flying carrot-shaped rocket. Her attacks include homing carrot missiles and kisses that stun you on contact? Is this even consensual?
Those 2 were the games I really didn't like. What follows are games I also didn't like, but at least they have some redeeming qualities.
13.
Tomb Raider: The Prophecy on GBA is a noticeable step up from the awful Game Boy Color games. That's not saying much. The whole thing is painfully repetitive. You fight wolves in every single chapter and that same combat track loops until it drills into your skull. The objectives are as basic as it gets. You just run from one switch to the next and hope something new happens, which it never does. Having no checkpoints or save files just adds insult to injury. This summons some black-robed ghost dude.
Well, I guess I disturbed your sleep.
Your powers of observation do you credit.
Miss Croft.
One of the stones is supposed to be an anchor.
That's a temple complex in Cambodia.
I seriously hope Werner doesn't hang around here.
Interesting, yeah?
What's that blue orb? Golden gun ammo. Why is golden gun ammo blue? Later we find the weapon and... why is the golden gun blue? Why not call it the blue blaster instead? Francisco Scaramanga would never approve of this.
Hey! 12.
I was not the biggest fan of Last Revelation or Chronicles, but the Angel of Darkness manages to sink my enthusiasm even lower. It could have been a bold new direction for Lara. Instead, we got awful controls, game-breaking glitches, and a story held together with duct tape. There was ambition behind it, but it all collapsed under its own weight. The recent remaster polishes a few rough edges, but no amount of HD textures can make this feel finished. There's no way I'm playing it again anytime soon.
The other one, Pierre, worked as a barman.
Pierre.
I'm not strong enough.
I made it over the first set, but fragged up on the second.
Alarm! Alarm!
Okay, it did work after all. Oh my god, what is this abomination? It's like I'm seeing a nightmare from 20 years ago.
I don't want to play this anymore.
Can I make that jump?
Another cold, dark city. Great.
Bring a freaking jacket, woman. Don't you look at the weather report before you travel?
Don't you just love this weather?
Depends on what I'm wearing.
We have a chat with Dr. Müller.
Muskatnuss, Herr Müller!
It's the end of Dr. Müller too, by the way.
Auf Wiedersehen, Herr Müller.
11.
What happens when you take everything fun about Sonic and throw it out the window? You get Sonic freaking Labyrinth. The fastest thing alive, trapped in a game where he can neither run nor jump. Now who thought that was a good idea? To be fair, it's not completely unplayable. There's some mild enjoyment buried under all that sluggishness. But the movement is so painfully slow, it makes you question why you're even doing this to yourself. Good thing this one never got a sequel. This time he's invented shoes. Specifically, he tricks Sonic into wearing a pair of slow-down boots, which, as the name oh so subtly implies, rob him of his ability to run fast. Yes, you heard correctly.
That's like giving Mario a hat that cuts his jump height by 90%.
Oh no, not this again. Sonic chaos all over. 530 kilometers per hour?
900 kilometers per hour? Hey! Does this look like 900 freaking kilometers per hour to you? At this point, they're just trolling the player. That's exactly what I was about to say. I feel trolled. Good, then we agree. Goodbye. Thanks.
At the end, the camera pans up to a giant clock above the goal door.
I have no idea why it does that, but I'm pretty sure it was just reminding me that my life is ticking away while I'm playing Sonic freaking Labyrinth. Number 10.
This is one of the ugliest games I've ever come across. On PS3, Aliens Colonial Marines is a complete mess with muddy visuals and lighting so bad you can barely tell what's going on. The game can be somewhat enjoyable if you completely turn your brain off, especially in co-op, but a typo in the code makes the alien AI completely brain dead. The DLC Stasis Interrupted somehow made things worse, with its final chapter being pure cheap nonsense. A below average shooter that deserves its reputation. Believe it or not, but I actually found someone who played through the whole game with me. It only took a few years of persuasion and blackmail. Captain Cruz sets up a command post and breaks the crew into groups. A classic horror movie mistake, tracing back to Scooby-Doo and beyond.
I think we better split up. We'll split up here. We'll split up. I think we should split up. Let's split up.
Do we have to?
I got point from here, so we don't alert others.
What just happened? Oh, we both fell into a hole in the floor at the exact same time.
Emergency containment protocols activated. CS.
Alarm!
Emergency containment protocol aborted.
No, you won't, because Bella wouldn't want you to. I said don't say her name! Bella.
So, how did you like this game?
Kacke.
Kacke.
Now we're getting into decent territory. Still not games I'll be coming back to anytime soon, but at least I had some fun with them. Say it! Say it!
Nein!
Tails Adventure might be the most ambitious 8-bit Sonic game ever made. It's basically a Metroidvania light with a full island to explore and plenty of items needed for progression. Sadly, it might be a little too ambitious for its own good. You can only carry 4 items at a time, which means constant backtracking to Tails' house just to swap gear. Still, the focus on exploration and puzzle solving actually fits Tails really well, and for that reason alone, it's worth checking out if you're curious. Bees parole the skies, and once they're on you, they're relentless. You can take out their hives to stop the swarm, but let's be real, the damage is already done.
That is a lot of bait.
And here's the kicker, you can actually fall out of the stage. Completely ridiculous. One wrong step and you're booted right back to the start. How would you even know that's possible before it happens? Still, for all its cheap tricks, I didn't really mind this one too much. Oh, I fell off again? You gotta be kidding me.
8.
Here we have a game that I deeply respect for its place in history, but that doesn't mean I enjoy playing it. Even as a kid, I found Crash Bandicoot more frustrating than fun, and all these years later, that feeling hasn't changed. I finished it in one sitting for my video, and it felt like an endurance test. Smashing every crate in a level without dying just to earn a gem is pure punishment. I wouldn't call it a bad game, there are moments where it genuinely shines, but the balance just feels completely off. Boulders might be the most iconic stage in the entire series, Crash's worst morning jog ever, complete with rolling granite spheres. Rocks. Hot on your tail like you owe them money.
Cash Bandicoot.
Same jungle setting, same man-eating plants, only now with more actual rolling stones. Though watching Crash dodge Mick Jagger would arguably be more memorable. Crash? Why the unsettling smile? For a second it looks like he's about to commit war crimes, but no. If you screw it up, you're doing another lap. And I did. 9 of them.
I'd love to say it built character. It didn't. It just made me grumble at a pig. 7.
The word that comes to mind when I think of this game is chaos. Knuckles Chaotix is all over the place. From the bizarre tether system to the random level and character selection, you have to wonder what the developers were drinking when they came up with this. It looks fantastic and could have been a classic, but instead it became the black sheep of the Sonic family, one that hasn't been re-released in 30 years. The ambition was clearly there, but the game keeps tripping over its own feet before it ever finds its rhythm. As for the boss, it's a carousel. Except instead of horses, it's armed with giant rotating spike platforms. Because Robotnik looked at a children's ride and thought, what if it maimed people? Techno Tower is basically what happens when someone turns a skyscraper into a video game and says, climb this. You're falling. So, how did you like this game?
Es ist halt einfach scheiße. Die Levelarchitektur ist scheiße wie der Rest vom Spiel. Der Multiplayer-Modus ist noch eine Stufe über den Singleplayer-Modus. Der ist nicht nur scheiße, der ist scheiße. Dann ist das Leveldesign halt auch immer noch scheiße. Und dieses ganze Spiel ist einfach scheiße. Ich habe jetzt in der kurzen Zeit schon wieder vergessen, wie die Scheiße heißt. Es zieht sich auch wie Gummi. Nicht nur diese scheiß Drecksdynamik zieht sich wie ein Gummi, sondern das ganze Spiel zieht sich wie ein Gummi. So abschließend, klare 10 von 10.
From here on out, we're finally talking about good games, the kind of titles that I actually enjoyed playing and wouldn't mind revisiting someday.
6.
Castlevania is one of those games I keep coming back to, which is funny because I used to be terrible at it. It's brutally difficult, but it's the kind of challenge you can eventually master. Yes, Simon moves like a brick, but once you find your flow and learn the enemy patterns, it becomes an experience you never forget. The skill-based gameplay and the gothic atmosphere and that incredible 8-bit soundtrack all come together to form a stone-cold classic.
Now let's talk about the Grim Reaper's favorite moment.
Death.
Of course, if you panic when they show up near pits, well...
They can smell your fear.
Oh no, gravity! Simon must have ankles of steel.
I hate you! Damn! This sucks! I'd rather buy shoes with 3 women! Die! Ah!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Despite its age, Wii Sports is still a blast to come back to. For my video, we held the first ever tournament on this channel and it was just pure unscripted fun. Sure, baseball is kind of a dud, but bowling and golf have become genuine staples in my group of friends. As a single player experience, the novelty wears off quickly since there's not much variety, but with friends it still shines just as bright as the day it came bundled with the Wii.
4 Männer, eine Konsole. Wii Sports. Ich werde gewinnen.
English!
Hat ein Maul.
I could shit in your pants.
In your pants? How about you start with your own?
Ich bin so wütend, ich könnte in deine Hose
Ich könnte dir in deine Hose scheißen.
Oh. Roll rein.
Roll rein?
Oh,
it's a voice.
Oh my god.
Roll rein.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Herrgott, konzentrier dich.
It's a roller coaster. Aua. Wow.
Mann!
My timing is shit. Wouldn't put it that way, but yeah, sounds right. Sounds about right.
Wie lange geht denn die Scheiße, ey?
Okay.
Das war eine Lebensanzeige?
Ja,
achso, aha, okay.
Boah, ich bin am Ende.
Ja, es geht jetzt erst los. Das war nur Übung, Junge.
Ernsthaft?
Ja.
Jawohl. Fuck. In Germany we call it Leberschaden. Jawohl!
Number 4.
Wii Sports Resort is a big step up from the original. It's larger, more ambitious, and the island setting gives everything a real sense of place. Most of the 12 sports are great fun, especially table tennis, archery, bowling, and golf. The Wii Motion Plus adds the precision the first game was missing, and it makes a big difference. For my video, we held a full tournament, which ended up lasting around 5 hours. It went on a bit too long, but we had a fantastic time.
Ja, letztendlich werde ich dieses Mal wieder, wie auch das letzte Mal, meine Competition vernichten und das ganze Ding natürlich heroisch gewinnen.
English!
Nein!
Oh, that's not with such force.
Ey, no strike!
What's wrong with you?
Chill!
Ja. Ne? Das ist doch
Crazy!
einfach
So ein Lappen, ey.
2 Strikes hintereinander.
So ein Lappen.
Das war gerade die Definition von guten Spielen. So ein Lappen.
Ich weiß nicht mal, was Lappen auf Englisch heißt.
Lappen.
Such a Lappen.
Das heißt,
That was German for good job, mate.
Ja!
Oh, jedes Mal. Ich verstehe
1 second. Oh, it's gonna be a tie.
Yeah. So it's one.
It's more interesting to me
over.
than NBA Championship.
Oh, wow, 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 wow!
Oh, good game.
Are you serious?
Unglaublich.
Number 3.
After the Angel of Darkness nearly killed the franchise, Crystal Dynamics rose from the ashes and brought Lara back to life with Tomb Raider Legend. Her movement is smoother, the gunplay feels better, and the game embraces a more cinematic approach. It's on the short side and I always wish there was just a bit more of it, but what's here is genuinely great. Lara feels more human, the environments are beautiful, and both back then and now, I'm just relieved that it turned out as good as it did. Now she's got a personal light source, or PLS.
Oh, you mean a flashlight?
This appears in any of the literature.
As a non-native speaker, that just sounds funny to me.
Literature. Could be a Spanish dance. Literature.
A turret blocks the path, so you roll a giant ball across the floor to shield yourself. There's also a fire alarm that triggers sprinklers so you can see laser tripwires, but I completely ignored it. Sorry, bro.
Spasiba. As you liked him in your dachi.
Wow, so now we've heard her speak both Japanese and Russian. Lara, pratar du svenska?
No.
Fan.
Amanda makes her grand entrance here.
Damn it, Laura, I'm busy.
Leave me alone, I'm busy.
While I was in Ghana, I asked you to look around for the Galali key. No luck, I take it?
No, none of it appears in any of the literature. Only 2 games left. 2 games that stand among the best I've ever played. They both left a lasting impression on me for completely different reasons. At this point, it really comes down to personal taste.
2.
For my 50th episode, I gave it everything I had. This is the hardest I've ever worked on a video, and I'm still very proud of it. Alien Isolation is a one-of-a-kind experience. As someone who doesn't usually play horror games, this one completely pulled me in with its incredible audio design, haunting atmosphere, and an alien that's truly terrifying. The working Joes might have freaked me out even more. By the end, I was completely exhausted, but living through the entire game and its DLCs was totally worth all the pain and suffering. Then we glimpsed someone.
Stay back!
A woman.
What the fuck?
Is it still around? No, no! This is my locker! Get your own!
Tonight, I'm gonna hide in a locker in space.
I can't smash its head.
I've been looking for you.
Are you for real? So predictable.
Jävla plåtburk! That's Swedish for fucking tin can. Subscribe for more Swedish lessons.
Where are you going?
'Cause you're a mean Joe. Mean Joe.
Ripley, Parker, and tell me, is there a more terrifying alarm in existence? Because I don't think so.
Alarm! 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 Alarm!
Number 1!
For the second year in a row, a Naughty Dog game takes the top spot. Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back is such a massive step up from the first game. Here they got everything right. The level design flows beautifully, the controls feel perfect, and the pacing is spot on. The polar bear sections are my personal highlights. They capture that pure childish joy that so few games can still bring out in me. It's one of the best 3D platformers of all time and a PlayStation classic that hasn't lost a single bit of its charm. Something about zooming forward while barely dodging mines and grabbing crates is just right. Oh no, sorry bro, you didn't deserve that.
Well, maybe a little.
Hello you.
Can I keep it?
What a cutie. I'd absolutely sacrifice Crash for this bear.
But don't worry, we'll get back to him soon enough.
With pits, nitro crates and enemies lurking in the dark, this level basically whispers,
go fast or die.
Now onto the rest of the level. What?
How?
Why? Alarm! 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 Alarm!
That's it for Season 5. Thank you all for your ongoing support and nice comments this year, and I hope to see you all when I release Season 6 in 2026. I can't wait to share my new stuff with you.
Hey everyone, this is GFrom. Thank you so much for watching my video. Feel free to rate, comment, subscribe and follow me on social media. You can also support me on Patreon or become a YouTube member if you like. I'll see you later. Have a nice day.